Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to look into one of the components of English first language, which is composition. And under composition, we have article writing. Now, before we look into what are the elements of article writing, how to write an article itself, we first need to know what is an article. An article is a piece of writing usually intended for publication in a newspaper, magazine, or journal. It is written for a wide audience, so it is essential to attract and retain the reader's attention. Usually, if you are going to write for, being a student, if you are going to write for a school magazine, so you are going to write for your readers between the age of year 7 all the way up till year 11. So you have to cater to lower secondary audience, IGCSE audience, as well as teachers or staff in your school. It should be written in an interesting or entertaining manner whereby you get to capture your reader's attention, and you should also give relevant information on the topic given and make sure not to get off track from the topic. Next part, we look at the layout. This is the basic layout of an article writing whereby you have a title written in the middle of the text followed by an introductory paragraph, and then whatever comes after the introductory paragraph would be categorized as content, which are the body paragraphs. It depends on how many paragraphs are written. Minimum of 5 paragraphs are usually advisable. And the last part would be a conclusion. Now, elements of an article writing. First of all, we do have a title which is written in sentence case as written in the slides here. As we can see, capital T should be used for the word the, capital I for importance, capital E for English, and capital L for language. We do not capitalize the whole title. Second element would be an introductory paragraph whereby we give a brief introduction to the topic. Third would be body paragraph, the whole content. This is where we present our argument, we present our points, and we organize whatever points, elaboration, or examples that we are going to present in terms of our topic given. And last but not least, we have the concluding paragraph whereby we conclude or summarize all the points that we have discussed in the earlier part of the writing. Let's look at introductory paragraph first. An introductory paragraph consists of all the 4 elements over here. We would start off with an opening statement whereby we give general information about the topic. Now, this can be closely related to the part where we have discussed earlier on how do we keep the readers engaged, or how do we actually captivate the reader's attention. When we give an opening statement which are interesting enough, it keeps the reader hooked to your writing. Next part would be definition. When you define keywords related to the topic, it makes it easier for your reader to understand what is it all about and what are your writing going to be about. The third element would be transition line, whereby this is one line added to develop the whole introductory paragraph before you move from definition to questions later part. As an example, it would be, there are many questions raised pertaining this matter. This is a good transition line because you can use it for almost all types of article writing for any other topic given to you. You can also raise questions after that. It is strongly advisable for you to raise 2 questions related to the topic for better text organization. When you raise 2 questions in the introductory paragraph, you are supposed to answer these questions later part during the concluding paragraph. Next part, when we talk about the content, the whole body paragraphs, how do we develop body paragraphs? Always use the PEE or P system for each of the paragraph written. Now, when we talk about P system, what is it all about? P system starts with a point which is related to the topic that we are going to talk about. It's just merely stating what is our thought or what is our point relating to the topic, and then we'll give out an elaboration, supporting details for the point given. The elaboration part is very crucial and very important as it provides a strong support for the point that we have presented earlier, whereby the point was only merely stating on the issue. The examples provided should be relevant to support the point and elaboration given. If you do have 3 body paragraphs, then you will have 3 separate P system over here. Next part, we have concluding paragraph. Okay, we can use overall, in conclusion, to conclude, and many other line as such or phrases as such to signal that it is the final paragraph and there will be no other paragraphs written after this. So the second element would be to restate the topic. Again, you're supposed to restate the topic so that the readers know that, okay, this is the topic that the writer has already discussed earlier on. Next part is to summarize the whole article writing. And fourth one, you're supposed to answer the questions raised in the introductory paragraph. After concluding or summarizing the whole points, referring back to the introductory paragraph, what are the questions that you have raised? You provide the answers to it. And last but not least, no new points should be included in your concluding paragraph. Thank you and keep practicing article writing.